Today, I'm on the hunt for the perfect bite in a mall. But I'm not in any old blah mall. I'm in Dubai Festival City Mall. It's one of the most diverse food destinations in the country. And I, as a food tour guide with over a decade of experience, actually come here specifically for their food. This is what we're gonna do. I have 8 different cultures to eat through in this mall. There are many more, but I've picked 8, out of which 6 I have already tried and tested before, and I've picked my favorite dishes at those places. So it's like having elite contenders in a race. It's the best of the best. And then 2 of them I've left open as wild cards. I've never had them before. So you're just gonna have to stick around till the end to see who wins. The question is it gonna be the perfect bite? I don't think I've ever been in a cafe as pink as this. I'm at EL&N. It stands for Eat, Live and Nourish. And they say, I don't know who the they is, but they say that it is one of the most Instagrammable cafes in the world. And honestly, when you look around, you would find it hard to dispute that. This place is started by a lady called Alexandra Miller. She's from the world of luxury fashion. And that clearly shows when you walk around this cafe, it is literally dropped out of a fashion set. Normally, you would not find me in a place like this, and I was skeptical the first time I stepped in. But there is a reason why it has made the cut for the perfect bite. I got 2 dishes because these are the 2 that are their best-selling dishes, and when I tried them, I'm conflicted. I don't know which one should be in the running, so I just got both of them. One is the Turkish breakfast for 2. It has a lot of our Turkish as well as Middle Eastern favorites. And then their best-selling croissant with the scrambled eggs and avocado and a hint of truffle. By the way, I didn't even get into what are the criteria I'm going to use to score the perfect bite. Let's be clear. Food is subjective. I can come up with some super scientific granular criteria and it's still going to be subjective. So I'm going to keep this very simple. It's simply a question of, does the dish wow me? Like, do I have that hit when I take the first couple of bites? And is this going to be a dish that will stay with me? It's the kind of dish that I want to share with other people. I'm going to go home and talk to other people about it. I want to pack the leftovers and eat it for the next week. That is going to be my criteria. Super subjective, so you got to come here and try these dishes for yourself. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to tuck in with my Turkish simit. So it's a sesame seed bread and this guy here. So I have asked for my eggs to be really runny because that is how I like it. So menemen is the Turkish version of a shakshuka, except it's usually made with scrambled eggs. I like that these guys give you the option of what you want, and I've picked poached eggs, so it's basically like a tomato pepper sauce along with poached eggs. And I'm trying to get is this gonna win the perfect bite? Let's see. This is what I want every Sunday morning, and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. For a place that's this pink, you would not expect them to get this right. But you know what really made the deal the last time I was here was this. Let's see whether it lives up to it. This is full or slow cooked fava beans. I have never, other than this place, actually had full with a poached egg on the top. And I just think now, every single time I have it, I gotta have it with the poached egg on the top, because then the yolk really mixes in with the fava beans. I'm pretty sure everyone else in this very pink cafe eats it with a fork and spoon and knife, but if you got a poached egg and you give me bread and full, I'm gonna go in with my hand. Okay, of everything, this is the surprise, because it is so perfectly lemony. Like, I love it when people know how to really amp up the lemon. This is so good. This is so good. And for a person who eats around a lot of Middle Eastern restaurants, for me to come into this unicorn style cafe and find one of the most perfect food that you can get in the city. That is saying a lot. Also, I've completely forgotten about everything else on the table, but they have hummus, they have beets, they have harissa. So this is what I like to do. You take a little bit of the harissa, okay, and then you take some of this feta cheese. I don't care if this doesn't win the perfect bite. You come here and you try this combination. The feta with one of the most flavorful harissas I've had. Just a slight kick, spicy kick. It's so deeply flavorful. It's really, really fantastic. The other thing I'm going to try is the honey and cheese with the pomegranate. They have just so many different flavors. This, by the way, is for 2 people. The flavors on this plate are perfect for a brunch. Perfect. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to switch into this guy. This for me, even the last time I came, I packed stuff, took it home, and I was eating it gradually over the next couple of days because I loved it so much. I'm very, very strong. It's like being in the Legally Blonde of cafes. Like you come in and you look at something and you expect it to be completely frivolous, but then you realize that these guys mean serious business when it comes to food. So this is a croissant with, I asked them for a creamy-ish scramble. And I'm just going to cut away a piece. I love how crackly that croissant is. Okay. And now I'm just going to go at it with my hands. Okay. So, and you can see the little bits of truffle on there. I mean, how can you have truffle and not love it? You can, I guess, if they overdo it, but these guys don't overdo it. It's not like in your face, just throwing truffle at you. It's done so, so well. And the croissant is perfect. It's that wonderful laminated dough, so crunchy, just perfect. Flaky, buttery, layered. Let's do it with the avocado and try. I'm just going to go at it with my hand. I think it's easier to eat it this way. There we go. The messiest eater award goes to me. The avocado, I'm a little bit sort of on the fence about. I think it's a bit unnecessary. I might have done something else on that plate, like maybe stewed tomatoes and on the side, like not obviously on top of the croissant. But I just feel like, you know what would be better? Okay, more than the avocado, which is now fallen off to the side. I don't really care too much about it. I do love avocado. I just don't think it does much in this dish. Is this harissa. Guys, that combination, that works. But yeah, I think the avocado, I don't know. Let's see. Stick around till the end of this episode to see whether EL&N and their breakfast dishes make it to the perfect bite. If you have a favorite spot in Dubai Festival City Mall and it's not one of the 8 contenders for the perfect bite today, I want to hear from you. Drop me a comment. I might just do round 2. The next place on my list combines 2 things I love. One is just having a restaurant where I as a mom can peace out because they've invested in building a little children's play area. And the second is my love for Georgia. This restaurant is a very interesting dual concept. On one side, they have the Georgian restaurant called Shvili, which means kids because it is so kid-friendly. And then on the other side, they have Osteria Mario, their Italian restaurant. Let me show you their kids' play area. This is not just an afterthought. These guys have custom designed a gorgeous little cozy wooden play area. Just check it out. And if that wasn't enough, on the weekends, these guys have cooking classes for the kids. I can see UAE flag, khachapuri, snowy pavlova. Heck, I want to do these classes. There's cherry pie on there. I have actually taken my little one, my 6-year-old, for one of these cooking classes. And guess what? They are free, which I probably shouldn't share in this video now because I probably will never get a spot in the queue again. But this is a dream for parents. That is some kick-ass good coffee. I mean, that's what I like about this place. You come in and you think you know what you want, and then the servers have solid recommendations. They're like, no, this is what you think you want, but this is what you should get. And you know what? They're right. I appreciate a place where the servers are truly passionate about their food. This coffee is splendid. I mean, really.
Ma'am, hot, spicy, and soupy king curry for you.
Thank
On the
you.
side of the khachapuri Georgian.
Thank
A
you,
little
Barra.
bit cheesy and eggy flavor on it.
Amazing. I'm going to try two of the most classic Georgian dishes. One is kinkali, and I've got the beef dumplings. And the other one is the khachapuri, and I specifically asked for the Ajarian khachapuri, which comes with sulguni cheese, a runny egg, and tons of butter, so much butter that it's literally leaking out all over me. Now, traditionally in Georgia, what you would do is you would pull the end of the boat off, and you would use that to mix the egg in. But the last time I was here, they did a splendid job of mixing the whole thing for me. So we're just gonna give it a little bit of spunk with some black pepper. He's done such a fantastic job of mixing the whole thing together.
And if we add some black peppers for you.
I would love that. And this is the joy of eating at Shvili. You know, if you're talking about that first bite just being an overload of wow, this is it. Like, someone who truly loved comfort food has designed this dish. I've had this in Georgia, and I thought the dish was a little bit monotonous. Maybe I just didn't have it at the right place. This place, their Ajarian khachapuri, like I would come specifically for this. Butter, runny egg, enough black pepper to shower down on the whole of the country. This is a solid contender for the perfect bite. Solid. But it is not the only contender. I have kinkali. And kinkali are the dumplings. Now, there's many different fillings. I've got the beef one because that one is my favorite here. And what I love is that they have a little guide. You know, this is not the kind of place where you just come, eat a meal, and go home. They invest time in helping you enjoy their dishes in the most optimal way, which I appreciate. So you have a whole guide on how to eat kinkali, but I am just going to do the demo for you. So you're supposed to pick it up by the tail, and you can see it's literally dripping juice. This is why it's nice to get either the beef or the lamb one, because the meat is what releases the juices. And you have to take a little bite on the edge and then drink the soup on the inside. This is on the soupier side, which is exactly how kinkali should be. I've had kinkali which are a little bit dry and anticlimactic, not this one. Ooh, you can see it's still got juice inside. The seasoning is so perfect. A little bit of heat as well. They've added a little tiny speck of chili. Really, really beautiful. Doesn't win points for being the neatest dish, but then that is not the kind of dish I do on Dish to Silver. Anyway, you know what's missing is two of their dips, and I want to try it with this. I want to show you what those dips are. The last time I came down here with my team from Frying Pan Adventures, a whole bunch of us food guides, and they asked for these two spicy sauces. We have some real spice lovers on the team. So both of them are ajikas, and we couldn't decide, do we want the red one, the green one, the red one, the green one, and we're like, just bring both. And I'm so glad we did. So the red one is a tomato and coriander, the coriander powder, okay? And this is just like an explosive bite. And these guys are not traditionally paired with khachapuri, but honestly, try it and thank me later. That coriander just sings through it. Now this one, the green one, I think I was the only one on the team who liked it. It's green chilies, coriander, fresh coriander, and a mountain of salt. So it's really, really salty. Just a tiny little drop of these packs in a mountain of flavor. So good. This red one, honestly. This place clearly wins it for the perfect bite for parents. Super kid friendly. I love that they have a whole outdoor area. You can watch the light show. Servers are amazing. They walk you through all the dishes. But the question is, at the end of the day, for the discerning foodie like you, does this place make the cut for the perfect bite? Stick around till the end. This place has real personality. Like, it feels like a family-friendly place because the servers here make it that kind of place. This is the person I was actually waiting for the entire time I was eating, and now he rolls into the restaurant. This is Mohammed Belatrish. Belatrish from Algeria. So their servers are actually from different places, but all of you have really imbibed Georgian food. I feel like you understand it, and obviously the Italian side of the menu. So when you come in, they have a real opinion on what you should get, and I appreciate servers who have opinions and don't just say, "Oh yeah, everything is good." So the next time I come, you better be here.
I hope you're going to come back, and I wait anyone who waiting to come here. Anything we are, I'm here.
He's the guy you want serving your table. That's 2 down, 6 more to go. If you're enjoying this episode, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I am in one of the most sophisticated, elegant Lebanese restaurants in Dubai Festival City Mall. It is called Al Beiruti Cafe. This is where you combine Lebanese warmth with just this gorgeous setting. They have 2 different sections. One is the one that's facing the mall. That's the non-smoking side. Right now, I am in the shisha side. It is pretty massive, fully decked out, and it's got a balcony view, so it's going to be facing the laser show at night. Now, when you come here, they're going to recommend their best-selling dish, which I don't have on the table. The best-selling dish, it seems, is their beef in mustard sauce, which is not the first thing that comes to mind as someone who does food tours. If I'm going to walk into a Lebanese restaurant, I want the hardcore Lebanese dishes. And that is what I'm going for today. So these are ones that I've tried before, and they are my favorites here. So this is the main one that's going to be contending for the perfect bite. It is the kibbe al-Beiruti, which is kibbe in pomegranate molasses. I also have hummus with ras al-asfour. It's little nubs of meat cooked in more pomegranate molasses. And then their fatouche. I just had to get this because the photo looked fantastic. You know, when you get a fatouche, you're getting a salad with all of those little crispy bits of pita. Let's be clear, we are all in this game just for the fried pita. I mean, the salad is just an excuse. And I love that they give you these massive slabs of fried pita bread. A memo needs to go out to every Lebanese restaurant in the city that from now on, we need these big slabs of pomegranate drizzled. I don't know what they've dusted it with, but spice dusted pita. This is it. This needs to be the new standard. So good. Let's be honest. Kibbe is not a popular dish, at least not in a restaurant. It's very different when you have it in a home made by a mom or a grandmom. But most people do not order kibbe in a restaurant because they just find it really dry. So if you're wondering why I'm getting the kibbe here, it is because it is a juicy game changer. And you can see it's drenched in the pomegranate molasses. Look at that. It's this thick, viscous pomegranate molasses. Okay. I feel like here I do kind of need to go with the cutlery. I have a serious love for pomegranate molasses. I feel like it needs to be its own separate group of food. Take every dry kibbe you've ever had and chuck it out the door and replace it with this guy. It is sour, sweet. There's definitely oodles of butter in there, which give it that richness. And inside, you've got this sort of caramelized glazed crust, but on the inside, you have beef with walnuts and pistachios. So you've got a little bit of crunch, a little bit of the softness of the meat, that crusty glazed exterior. I took leftovers home. And the one person who would never touch a kibbe, my dad, went in for seconds. And for good reason. If you like that interplay of sweet and sour, and I really love that in my food, you got to try this dish. It's very, very traditionally Lebanese. In Lebanon, I've heard they do it with even more fat. It's a much fattier kibbe, which they grill out on the charcoal. This is Beiruti's version, and it is solid. The question is whether it'll make the cut for the perfect bite. Hummus is already good on its own. Throw in that meat with the pomegranate molasses. For me, this is what Beiruti is all about. Get every dish with pomegranate molasses, and you're going to be set. Our next stop is an Emirati restaurant called Fanar. This is the place you would come to have a real taste of local indigenous food, the food of the Emirati people. Fanar is actually one of those places that stays true to the traditions of the 1960s. And we're gonna have something, this massive seafood feast. So I hope you're ready. Second you step into Fanar, it just feels like you're whisked out of that mall setting and into a traditional Emirati home from decades ago. It's got that vibe of the souks, of the old homes that the Emiratis used to live in, and it's got the smell of cardamom and rosewater lingering in the air. There's two misconceptions that people typically have when they come to the UAE. One is they just feel that hummus, falafel, shawarma, this is local traditional food. Yes, it's commonly available, but that is not the indigenous Emirati food. The second misconception they have is that it's just camel country, it's just desert. What people often overlook is that there's a huge maritime culture, and the Emiratis are some of the most sophisticated when it comes to appreciating seafood, which is why I have pulled out their fish majboos tray, which comes with the shari or the emperor fish. It comes with fish kofte. It's almost like crab cakes filled with tender fish meat, prawns, which I am a complete sucker for, and then squid. And it comes on a bed of spiced majboos rice. Typically, Emirati food is the kind of food that you have to eat entirely with your hands. That's in the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, and people still continue it even till today. But I'm going to take the food in my plate and then I will attack it with my hands. So here we go, some of the rice. Let's grab this guy. Oh, yes, I want both parts of it. And this is their special Fanar sauce. He just told me it was tomatoes, salt, and pepper. I think there's more going on in this sauce than just that. It's almost like a peri-peri. Get in with the fish kofta first. The thing about these fish kofta is that they don't taste fishy at all. I remember taking them home once, and my dad, who doesn't eat seafood at all, ended up eating an entire one, and he was shocked. I just sat there silently watching him. And then I was like, Dad, do you know that that had fish in it? And it just doesn't taste fishy at all. He was shocked. This is simple home-style food. I also asked them to get out this dish called Ali Wallam. It's a potato dish, just finely sliced potatoes that are baked. And it gets its name from this vegetable, a potato vendor from decades ago, Ali and William. So Ali and William were selling potatoes, and now this dish has been christened after them, Ali Willam, because that's how you would say William when it's Arabicized. All right, let me go in for the main guy, which is the fish. And I feel for this, I kind of have to get in with my hands. You can see they fried it, which gives it that lovely crunchy crust. I want to get in for the main meat. There we go. So I got a nice tender piece of meat. And shari is one of those really meaty, tender fish. I have to say the fish is the best part of the whole meal, like even more than the prawns and the fish kofte. I haven't tried the squid actually. But right now, the fish is on this plate is the best bite. Honestly, I've had some really, really powerful hits so far. And the question is, will tradition reign supreme? I don't know. You're going to have to stick around till the end to find out. If it wasn't already obvious, this is not a serving size for one. I can see 3 or 4 people easily polishing off this whole plate. So if you're wondering how on earth I'm eating dish after dish after dish, I will be completely honest with you, I am not. We are packing away leftovers. My team is helping me come in and eat as much as possible. Not a fan of food wastage. So I'm going to do everything I can as I shoot this video for you to make sure that as minimal food wastage happens as possible. That's 4 down, 4 more to go. Drop me a comment. I want to know which one do you think is going to make the perfect bite from the ones that I've had so far. The next one is one I haven't tried before, so it's my wild card. I love that Dubai Festival City Mall doesn't have that overwhelming feel. It's so manageable. But let me just point this one out since we're passing it. Batil. This is one of my favorite date stores. It's a date brand from Saudi Arabia. It's the place where you get dates, premium dates for someone really special. I mean, for the ordinary person, you can just get dates from the supermarket. But if you want to impress, then you get dates from Batil. And you know which ones you get? You get the chocolate dipped dates with the orange peel in the center. They are gold. This is one of the 2 spots I have not been to before. So this is the wild card. I am in a super swanky Indian restaurant called Kashkhan in Dubai Festival City Mall. And this is run by a celebrity chef, Chef Ranveer Brar. He is a household name when it comes to Indian families, both in India and abroad. And he cuts across generations. I speak to people, and it's not just a Gen Z influencer sort of thing. People across the generations, mums, follow Chef Ranveer Brar's recipes, whether it's on Instagram or wherever else. This guy has a cult following. Let's see whether his food lives up to his name. I got this drink called shikanji. It's a lemonade. This is an impromptu thing. I was just starting to get a little bit full, and I was like, do you have anything lemon flavored on your drinks menu? And they got out shikanji, which is essentially an Indian style lemonade. But I think they throw in some cumin. It's got mint. If you are here on a hunt for the perfect bite through Festival City Mall and you don't get this drink at Kashkhan, you are a lost cause, my friend. This is it. This is the answer to my food binges in the city. Kashkhan, it's a Persian word. It may refer to the Kashkhan River. It's a river located in the west of Iran. Or Kashkhan is an Indian restaurant in Dubai Festival City Mall. Quote unquote Wikipedia. I feel like I need to be so proper in this restaurant, but it's an Indian place, and of course I'm going to eat with my hands. So the dish I got is called galoti kebab. And the reason I got this is because it is a speciality of Lucknow, which is where Chef Ranveer Brar has grown up. And the story goes that there was a Nawab who lost all his teeth, and so he needed something that he could chew without his teeth. So the goal of this kebab is to be completely buttery soft. Let's see whether it lives up to its name. Ooh, that is baby soft, just touching it like that, which is nice that they've put it on a little, almost looks like a flattened pancake sort of bread. Okay, like a flat naan. I'm going to do the first bite just plain on its own, and then I'll add in the garlic mayo and all the other stuff. It's so soft, so creamy. Ooh, I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat kicking in now. It's got a bit of a kick. And now I'm going to add in, the spice is actually really nice. It sort of feels like the kind of, you know, when you walk on the streets of India and they're grilling kebabs outside in the open, it's got that smokiness to it. But the heat definitely creeps up. Wow, it's just the whole thing is collapsing. It's got a good kick of garlic with the garlic mayo. I'm going to try it with the yogurt. That Nawab, who has no teeth, can definitely chew through this one. This is paste, guys. This is paste. It's that creamy. I don't even know how they keep the whole thing together. It's literally just collapsed in my hand. This is one tricky one to cook. Really tender, very well spiced. Definitely got some serious heat. The garam masala is in here and it's hitting me hard. The question is, does this celebrity bite have what it takes to be the perfect one? This place also has a gold plated dal, which I have not got today, and I probably won't be getting it anytime soon. But what do I think about this galoti kebab? I think in terms of creaminess, how buttery it is, it completely knocks the ball out of the park. If it was any smoother than this guy would be oozing out all over the plate. But I will say it has a very, very hefty dose of garam masala. So for someone like me who's a little bit of a wimp when it comes to garam masala, it is quite intense, but that is authentically a Lucknow style kebab. The last 3 times I was down at Dubai Festival City Mall, I was specifically here for this place, the Market Island. It is the largest food hall in the Middle East, and they have done a spectacular job of curating foods from around the world. Whether you're looking at Korean, Peruvian, Uzbek, Georgian, even Turkish, a German bakery, they have all of it right here. The great thing about Market Island is it is truly a food hall with a difference. The thought level in curation really, really shows. The service is really good. The food is very strong. There are way too many options. It is mind-boggling. But for today, I'm just going to pick 3 for the perfect bite. I know I said that there were 2 things on this list of 8 that I hadn't tried before. I just realized it's 3. So I have been to K-Town in Market Island before, but I have not tried their kimchi ramen, which I just felt would be a good contender because it's kimchi, it's ramen. How can this not win? We have a big hearty bowl of ramen noodles. There's beef, there's chicken, there's mincemeat, of course, the spicy kimchi, boiled eggs. The question is this guy gonna live up in terms of flavor? It smells really good. Also, I realized we are just doing savory dishes, because you can't compare sweet and savory in the same challenge. So today is all savory, but if you feel like I need to do a version of this with just sweet, then drop me a comment. I might consider doing it. Very satisfying, very hearty. Honestly, just not spicy enough. I would have expected a kimchi ramen to bring on the heat level a little bit more. I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting for the heat. Where's the heat? Maybe they serve you gochujang on the side. I feel like it needs some gochujang. It needs a little bit more heat. Gochujang is that very addictive Korean spicy sauce with, it's more like a Korean paste actually, with soybean paste. So it's umami, it's salty, and it's hell spicy. This is gochujang. And I think this is exactly what my kimchi ramen is missing. Thank you. So I feel like this is cheating a little bit, but I think it's okay to help a dish get to the finish line. Okay. There we go. I've got some gochujang snaking through my noodles. Guys, I have created my own situation here, and I'm so glad I did this. The kimchi noodles with a heaping spoonful of, or chopstick full of this gochujang. You need this. They need this to transform the flavor. This is exactly what I was missing. If you come here and get this, that's what you got to do. Yeah. I would go heavy on the gochujang. I would. I have given this dish the flavor boost that it needs to be a real contender in the race. The question is it enough to make it to the perfect bite? I am a sucker for brisket, a good brisket.
But this one is from the shoulder, not from the here.
This is from the shoulder. And it's been cooked for 16 hours, smoked for 16 hours. I feel like he's smoking me with wood and charcoal. How cool is that? Woo! Amazing. I feel like you got to have a little show with your brisket, right? Oof, look at that. You can see the juice all on the outside. Look at it.
And I cutting. No need knife for cutting.
You don't need a knife, no.
No need knife, only like that.
Oof. It's not your first day on the job, is it? Oh. Okay, I want to know what these spices are.
Smoke it seasoning.
Smoked seasoning.
Yes.
This is your special smoke. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You would think after 6 courses I would be full, but I have never been more irrationally happy than right now. You know what it smells like here? It smells like Texas, baby. This is a 16-hour smoked brisket by Chef Eyad. He is a Palestinian chef who has become a name for his smoked meat. And what I love about this little place in Market Island is that you can get the smoked meat, you can get baba ganoush or hummus. I got baba ganoush, fatoush, rice spiced with cinnamon and topped with almonds. You can do all of this as a business meal for just 90 bucks. I think this is one of the most, this is a steal. This is a steal. Actually, I don't even know why I'm bothering with a fork. It doesn't need a fork. I'm just going to go in with my hands. Look at that. That honey, the spice mix, the juiciness of the meat, it vanishes. This is definitely one of the best bites that you can get in Market Island. I mean, this is solid stuff. Solid stuff. And if you don't get this, I guarantee you there are going to be other people around you who will order this. This is what happened to me the first time I came here. And I had such major FOMO that I had to plan a trip back just to get this. Because there's always a couple of tables that have this whole smoked meat situation happening on their table. So fantastic. And I love that they've taken a Western concept of smoking their meat in this way, and then they've just amped it up. I mean, you get it with baba ganoush, you get it with the salad, you get it with the spiced rice. Like, I love this whole situation that they've got going on. Really, really fantastic. I mean, this is hands down a solid contender for the perfect bite. I don't even think it needs this barbecue sauce, but you know what? He gave it to me, so I'm going to do it. Oof. You know what I would like? I'd like a really nice, soft, pillowy potato bun so I could layer everything up on the top. That is the only one thing I would add, probably. I mean, they've obviously given it with rice that's meant to be your carbs, but I would like a little bun to make my own little brisket sandwich. Just look at this meat. Wow. You can bet that after 7 rounds of eating, this guy is going home with me and it is going to become a sandwich for the next 2 days. At least. This definitely stands a really high chance. I haven't eaten here before. What is your top dish? What should I get?
Barbecue tacos.
Are you
Barbacoa.
sure? Are you sure? If you had to put that in the competition for the perfect bite, it's gonna win?
Easy, yes, 100%. Why not?
Even over the ceviche?
It's ceviches. You want to try ceviches also? It's
No,
amazing.
I want to go with the one you think.
Yeah, ceviches is amazing. You eat raw fish.
I eat everything.
Yes, I can give you.
Which one do you think will win? The ceviche or the barbecue taco? The
Both of
barbacoa.
them is amazing. Barbacoa tacos is amazing and ceviche clásico is very good flavor.
Let's do both of them.
Let's go.
Last one. Let's do this. And we are here at the finishing line with a completely different continent. This is Peruvian food from La Barra. And I've got ceviche, their ceviche clásico, as well as their barbacoa tacos. So the ceviche clásico has cancha corn, it has sweet potato, and it has tiger milk. He said leche con tigre. I forget already. Well, I'm just going to eat. The Peruvians really have a way with seafood. Gorgeous, delicate fish, crunchy corn, sweet potato. It hits all of the textural notes in one. Let's try these tacos. Barbacoa beef. This is one of those really tender, super well cooked and seasoned, slightly sweet beef dishes that just makes you go, so juicy. If it wasn't obvious from the mess I'm making. I actually don't even think it needs a sauce, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe I dip it in. That's what I do. The more you have it, the flavor develops. I feel like I'm not an expert in Peruvian food. So if you are, come and try this place. Tell me what you think. I'm waiting for you in the comments. But for me, just on a flavor standpoint, the acidity of this, the richness of the tacos, it just hits home. The question is it going to be the perfect bite? That last bite had all the juice. That was like a cup of juice. You know how much juice it had? Look at that. Look at my mess. Now you know. I am here at the finish line, 8 cuisines down across Dubai Festival City Mall. The question is, who wins out for the perfect bite? 3 of the strongest contenders are that Georgian khachapuri at Shvili. What an incredible experience. Family friendly, incredible service. Absolutely loved it. I loved the kibbe drowned in pomegranate molasses at Beiruti Cafe. A really elegant Lebanese experience, perfect for taking people from out of town to experience Middle Eastern cuisine. And then Chef Eyad's smoked meat. You pull together a bunch of friends, roll up your sleeves, dig into that smoked platter. It is fantastic, as is the show behind the counter. But you know which bite really impressed me today? The bite that needed no extras around it. I literally had a pause when I took that first bite, and I didn't even have the right words to describe it. But one thing I did say was, this does not even need sauce. It was, and the winner of the perfect bite is the barbacoa beef tacos at La Barra. They were so good, so melt in your mouth tender. I had to go back to the chef and ask him, how long did you cook this beef for? It is insane. And you know what he said? 48 hours. That is the reason why that very simple dish, so perfectly executed, gives you that instant, that wow factor that you need in the perfect bite. But as you saw, this was a super tough competition. I have a perfect bite for everything depending on the occasion. So come back here, try all of the different dishes, and drop me a comment. If you think somebody else deserves to win this race, I want to hear from you in the comments. I feel like I'm going to have nightmares about this because I don't know, should Chef Eyad have won? I mean, that show, like the emotional attachment with that smoked meat, it was so good. It was really good. And then that khachapuri, I mean, that's where I'm going to be back this weekend. Shvili with the family. This is so hard. Like, why does it have to be so hard? Yeah, maybe I just come back here and do a round 2. Until then, forks down, sleeves up.